guys, and welcome to another episode of Tony's Allotment. It's a bit of a change today because we're not at the allotment, we're at my mum's house, my mum and dad's house. They need a new shed built. They had one of these B&Q sheds which kept falling apart, and she's ordering the garden around and things. So today we're going to be building a shed. Now, as you can see, I'm just laying out some of the base. We've got some timber and stuff over there, and we've got a, unload that, and we've got a load of shiplap and stuff up there. She wanted it to match the summer house, so that's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a 16 by 7 foot shed. So it's going to be quite a long shed, but it's going to be narrow. So we're going to do that, and I'll take you on the journey as we do it. So I'll come back and forth, and then I'll edit it then to suit. So let's get started on it. Right guys, well, there's the framework for the base. We're going to have to shim this. The concrete isn't level and she doesn't want to relay new concrete, so we'll get this in place, we'll shim it up, and then we'll get the plyboards down. We've got some 18mm OSB for the flooring, but that should be more than strong enough for this shed's going to be used for. So that's the next step. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I don't know if you can see from here, there's quite a fall from this end where the shed's going to be down to the other end. I'll see if I can zoom in down there for you now. Bear with me a second. There you go. So let me just lock you off. So you can see what I've had to do. I've had to go around, and we've blocked up that area, right, we've shimmed right around, all up along here. It's all been shimmed, and now the base is perfectly level. So I'm going to zoom you back out. So now we can continue building the shed. What I will do later on, I will finish packing that so it doesn't go anywhere, and then we'll put like a plinth around it when it's finished, and we'll scribe that in. But for now we've got a flat base that we can work on. So the next stage now is to cut some plywood and get that down on there. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, we've now got the OSB on the base, so we've got a nice solid base. We just need to build the rest of the walls now and stick them up, and then we can get on with the rest of it. So I'll see you shortly. Right, so as you can see here, we've got all the parts cut ready now for the back wall. We'll put some blocking in between as well, but for now we're going to get this together, and I'll leave you see a little bit of it. Okay, need to charge this battery. I'll come back to you now when we finish this. We'll make sure it's all square and everything else before we finish off. Anyway, I'll come back to you when the wall's finished. When you're doing repetitive cuts, it's good to have a stop. So we're using part of the garden wall as a stop. We've marked out where the we've marked out exactly where the saw needs to be and marked it on the floor, so we know that if it moves we can just put it straight back in place, and it just speeds up the process. We haven't got to keep measuring. And this is a 19mm tongue and groove, or it's 19mm shiplap I should say, that we're using to build this shed. And so we'll just get through cutting these, and we'll finish doing the back. But it just sort of makes life a bit easier having that stop. This stuff isn't very forgiving. If your frame isn't square, it will split. So you really got to make sure all your framework is square. Sorry about that. That was the air compressor kicking in. We're having to finish cladding the back of this before building the rest of the frame. For the simple reason being is it needs to be sealed before it can be stood up, because obviously it's going up against the wall. Right, so the back's now finished, and as you can see we've it's been varnished already, or stained already. The reason for this is it's going up against that wall there, so to protect it we varnished it before we stand it up. So we're going to get this up and plumbed now, and then we'll get on with the rest of it tomorrow. It's been a full day just doing the base and the back, but it's all done, ready. The rest of it won't be cladded until we get all the sides and things up and the roof and everything else. Then we'll clad it. But this one's ready to stand up now. At least we aren't going to worry about trying to get behind it to varnish it. Anyway, I'll see you shortly. Right, good morning guys. So it's day 2 of this build, and as you can see, before we went home last night we managed to put up this back wall, and we've cladded that as we discussed, and it was painted in preparation because it's up against the wall. Before we put the roof on, we'll put the guttering on the back of that as well. So down here now we're starting to mock up the front wall. We've got the spacing now with the down posts. This is 7 foot now, so it's going to be a sloping roof on this, and the spacing's there for the door. So we'll start blocking this up now, and then we'll come back to you then when we've got the frame up. Right, okay, so as you can see now we've framed in this section now for the window. By the way, we're using some reclaimed windows and doors, so the window in this side is going to be slightly different than inside to the window on that side. We framed in for the door. We just got a header to put in up there, couple of supports. The window frame will fit in the center there nice, and we just got this side here now to frame in, and then we can get this wall up like the back. So I'll see you shortly. Right guys, so there we go. That's it all framed out now for the front. So we're going to get this up and we'll clad this as and when we need to. We'll get the sides put in, some of the roof joists, and it won't be long now, maybe another 5 or 6 hours work should have it completed. The time we cut all the shiplap to go on there and everything else. As we said, we've done the back wall because we can't get behind there, but this wall is now ready to go up. We'll get them plumbing square, and then we'll start filling in the sides then with the framework. And for the good thing about the sides is it's not going to be a huge amount within it. It's only just filling in the gap, top and bottom plate, and some cross members and what have you. So that's it. The windows and the doors are all framed in. Like I said, we were using reclaimed windows, so they're not perfect or anything, but they're able to be locked and opened and what have you. And the time it's all finished and painted and everything, it should look alright, but it'll give them plenty of storage space. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a little bit, guys. While I'm up here, I might as well show you. This is another one of my projects. This is my mother's little sort of rockery and pond area. She's got an old square pond here. I'll take you a bit closer now in a moment. And it's literally dead square. It's got a very small shelf along the back by there. It's not very inviting. It's got a little brick sort of square thing around it, and it's been here for 25-30 years that I know of. And it's in dire need of of trying to sort it out. As I was explaining in the shed build, that's the summer house that my mother has got, but this pond just doesn't do this area justice. So what we're going to do, even though this is concrete, we're going to take all this top off, the concrete off the top and everything else, and we're going to make more of a contoured shape. Even though we'll have a square bottom, we'll have a shelf right around for planting and things like that, and it'll just look a lot more appealing. We're going to build a hibernaculum up in this corner as well, because she wants a hibernaculum, and the rest of this stuff as well will all be moved, and the wall will be contoured and things like that, but it's probably going to be around August time. So that's another project we got going on outside of the allotment. So again, there'll be an upcoming video for that as well. Anyway, I'll see you shortly.